This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to a Funny Feeling podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
Oh boy, I'm really excited for our guest, especially because
I'm so excited.
it's a return to podcasting for her. So it's been a while. We're excited.
This is huge.
We
can't mess this up, Marcy.
I mean, I'm trying to make sure we don't, but I cannot control Mercury in retrograde, which it happens every day.
Mercury in retrograde. I can't take this shit,
But that's
man.
why
every day
you can excuse everything with it. So.
No.
Okay, so we'll get back on track. So she's a writer, she's an actress. You've seen her in Angie Tribeca and How to Train Your Dragon, the series. Welcome, Andree Vermeulen.
Hello.
Oh boy, I got that last name right, huh? I've known you for like 15 years.
You did.
Okay.
I was so
Hell yeah.
happy.
Oh gosh. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so
Welcome
excited.
back to podcasting.
Thank you. Thank you. If anyone messes it up, it'll probably be me.
No way possible. We're a disaster all
it'll
the
be
time.
Marcy.
Yes, it will be me because I'll probably lose a bunch of files or whatever. So, Dre, you've had
I never remember which pocket my files are in.
Oh yeah. I can't remember if they're my dress or my little short pants. I don't know what I'm saying, guys.
Always put them in your short
My
pants.
short pants. Oh man.
Never in your long pants.
No.
Duh.
Never in the long pants.
Not my business pants. Oh boy. It's like we're in the thick of October right now. And the weather in LA is so perfect.
Yes.
Dude.
It's a dream.
It's so nice.
I feel like I should just frolic around with a latte just everywhere I go. A pumpkin latte.
Yes.
The pumpkin. It's got to be pumpkin spice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It-
I'm
even-
trying to put on like too many layers. I'm enjoying this crisp cool. And then it's not actually that cold.
Right.
That's been, I feel, the last, whole month of where it's like, I better wear a fleece, and then I'm just drenched in sweat, being like, oh yeah, it's not that cold out.
No.
I've been doing a very silly thing, which is I'm like, ooh, it's going to be chilly when I go to bed, but it's not quite yet chilly in my house. So I turn the AC on, and then it only runs for 30 minutes, and then it's cold, and it stays cold because it's cold outside.
That sounds like
Smart.
great self-care, if you ask me.
Smart.
Honestly,
You know?
thank you. I needed the reinforcement.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
You got to set it up so you can just slip off into dreamland.
As much as you can. I've had the dumbest nightmares lately. So,
Nightmares.
I had a nightmare that a friend was like, I can cut your bangs. So dumb.
What happened?
If my memory serves me correctly, which most times it doesn't, you have been the rare bang and no bang.
Mm-hmm.
And a successful bang and no bang. Like you're one of the few people that I know, you and Jackie Michelle Johnson.
Yes.
Who I accept that you are in both worlds of bang and no bang, because otherwise, if anyone says, should I cut my bangs? I am a hard no.
Yes.
And my answer is, if you should have bangs, you would already have them.
Mm-hmm. Well,
whoa, that's pretty good.
that is a high compliment. And I want to let you know that next Friday I have an appointment and I'm getting curtain bangs.
fantastic.
Oh God, this
I
makes me
support
Get
this.
the tiny ones from the 90s.
You know, I have seen.
Get the like Courtney Cox,
The little
and
French
Scream,
bangs.
like 3 or whatever, where it's just like
The good thing about my hair is they would, if I didn't like them in a month, they would be long because my hair grows so fast.
yeah,
Your hair
that's
looks
pretty
so long and luxurious right now.
Thank God, this is the best podcast we've ever done. Well, it's very funny. I was
But
actually.
yeah, I may never. What's the equivalent of a never nude, but for my forehead? I have had
Never
bangs
bare?
my
Yeah.
entire
Right.
life.
That's
and
true.
no one has seen me without them. And there have been a few times in life where, I don't know, I did a yoga class, I got real sweaty, or a basketball game, and they were pulled back. And I've walked past someone who knows me for a long time, and they've not known it was me, because I am unrecognizable with full forehead.
I think I know you with forehead because we were on a basketball team together.
Yeah.
Betsy, do you know Dre's really good at basketball?
Oh, that's not
awesome.
true.
She's got a great shot. She's got a really great shot. She could be a point
That's
guard if she
true.
needs to. It's not her preferred position, but she can point.
No, I'm
Okay.
very good at defense because I played soccer, which I think you would understand that transition, Betsy, being a
Yes.
soccer person. I can
Yes.
I can stay with someone, but I cannot dribble. I don't know how to use my arms in a sport.
yeah.
And I do have a good shot in practice, but not always in a game.
But you scored. You definitely scored. So I'm gonna say, like, when we had to have a point guard, you stepped up and you got the job done.
Thank you.
Because
Thanks.
That's huge.
There were a few occasions where the nerves didn't completely ruin the shot.
It's intense. It's intense.
So
when there's a bunch of
intense.
people in your face, and you're just like, I don't know.
I bet you were there probably the few times I got into fights.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Marcy
Dude,
gets very aggressive on occasion, and it'll come in these flashes, and I'm like, what's happening? Are these in a fight?
That was what was so weird for me, is that it truly was like blackouts. Like, not until a ref touched my shoulder that I was like, oh my God.
Doesn't that freak you
No,
out?
it makes me so excited that in a moment where I need it to come out, it will come out. That, like, in danger, I believe I will, that fight thing will keep me alive one day.
in
If you're-
danger.
like, if you're
But in a
walking to your
basket-
car-
like, aren't you worried
Well,
that
here's
like
the thing that
it's gonna happen in a grocery store when
Well,
you're not in
that's
danger?
not what
and
it
you,
would
like,
always
strangle
It
someone?
only happened when someone did something rough that hurt me.
Yes.
So it was like if someone like elbowed me or like
I
pushed
can
me.
confirm this.
It was never like
Okay.
it was never like I'm just mad at her. It was like someone did something that physically caused me pain, and then I lashed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Marcy didn't go out there and just like randomly just like tick people off. Like, it wasn't a hit list.
Okay.
And I would
It was, she had been hit
yes,
list.
and I'm just the kind of
Okay.
person where I'm not going to lose a fight if you want to start it. That's just how it is. But I always apologize. I always apologize.
That league sounded like just such a nightmare for me. Like I so many people are like, join our team, and then I heard somebody blowing out their like Achilles tendon, and I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
absolutely not. And then I just kept hearing about people getting in fights and stuff, and I was like, oh God, no way.
It wasn't like a
man.
fist fight. It would be like I push someone down kind of fight. Like nothing like severe.
Still, I don't.
I never got in a
fight.
fight.
No, she would.
And they would make fun of me because I would be running down the court just like fully smiling. Just like, there's just a stupid grin on my face that makes no sense for the situation. Just like, is that girl high or like maybe mentally a little slower? Like, what's happening? Just
It was great though because it was something that friends were doing. We were not talking about acting or comedy, so it was really cool in that way. And sometimes it's nice to just see what the other side of you looks like when you're being really engaged with your body.
Yeah, I was proud of myself because it was something I had never done, and I worked really hard, and I did get better. I was never good, but I got better, which that's something.
Our whole team,
That's
we all got
huge.
so much better, except for
Yeah.
Riza. Riza was always good, but
Yes.
and I will say the injuries happened very early on because when we started the league, no one knew how to play basketball. And they weren't wearing the proper shoes and stuff. They were wearing like running shoes on the court instead of high tops. So it was a lot of like learning. That's how people hurt themselves. So
Yeah. And I ended up, I could never play now because at that time when people did get hurt, I got so scared. So I started doing strength training just to support my recreational basketball so that I didn't get hurt. And I've never been so strong in my life. I'm no longer that strong, and I would absolutely get out there and just snap my knee.
Yeah.
Just
also,
like, no way.
has it been like 7 years now, or it's been
Probably.
a while? We got older too.
Yeah.
Anyway, basketball talk. 'Cause we loved it. What a fun time in our life. Adult female basketball team. Comedy girls fighting. Okay, I'm going to start by asking you the question we ask everyone, which is, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Okay. Well, first of all, I believe that they exist, but I also in my mind fight that because it scares me. Yes. So then I don't want to think that because then I will walk through life completely terrified.
That's a really honest and self-aware answer.
Thank you. And I also battle in my mind with like not angering them if they are around. So I used to date someone whose father 1000% lived in an extremely haunted house. And I, since a little kid, and when you're a little kid, you don't have the vocabulary and the life experience to put words or emotional understanding to physical experience or information.
Right.
So I, since a really little, have had a physical reaction when there is some sort of spirit or something.
Wow.
And I didn't know what that was.
Right.
Until I was older. And I'll tell you, the thing that made me put them together and then begin to trust that feeling was my grandma. She divorced my mom's dad, so my first grandpa, and she had a second marriage, and she moved into that guy's house, and they're older, their kids are adults. You know, he had another marriage and had kids in that house, and then they divorced, the kids grew up, my grandma moves into this house. And I'm little, I'm like, I must have been, you know, she moved in when I was probably like 4, and she lived there till I was probably like 8 or 9. And my cousins and I used to play this game called Run Up the Stairs, Get the Weird Feeling, and Run Back Down. And we'd be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I don't know if they had the feeling because they're younger than me and they're like following me, but I 100% would get the feeling. And then the downstairs of the house was pretty okay. The master bedroom, not okay. And when I would go in there, it was this full body feeling and a sensation of, what's that called? That something threshold where you can feel if someone almost touches you, you can feel it right before they do.
Right.
Oh.
There's a term for that my brain is not pulling up right now.
I'll try to find it.
But that is what the sensation was like. And I would often feel like there was someone like right in front of my face, like at the tip of my nose before touching me.
Oh, you were so close. It's just called absolute threshold.
absolute threshold.
Yes.
I absolutely forgot the term.
It's so close though.
Hey, you remember? I will say you remembered the hardest word
Oh, thanks.
out of it, right?
absolutely.
One that I don't say as much as absolutely. Like that's pretty
Okay,
good.
so we have that. Like when when little kids play the game where they run their finger up their friend's forearm to see if they can figure out when it gets to the center.
Yeah, or even like if you just have,
just that, like,
people are
like-
listening at home, have someone, close your eyes and have someone almost touch your face and say when you can feel it. And it will, I'm pretty certain it should be before they're actually touching you, which is so interesting. So it would be like that sensation, but just like all over my body. And then especially strong in certain rooms of the house, like the kids' old rooms. And then I noticed, one time one of the daughters came home, and when I was in her room with her, no feeling. When she was not there, so strong.
Wow.
And then one day I was playing downstairs with my grandma always had these like ceramic little like porcelain figurine people on the mantle.
Oh yeah, classic grandma.
Yeah.
Classic grandma.
Just
So,
ladies with a little parasol.
Yes, and the little delicate flowers that are sort of like gently placed. And there were all these people on the mantle, and I clearly didn't have toys there. So I loved Barbies and stuff. So I was like, no one's watching me. I was a very unattended child. That's a different podcast to talk about that. So I was playing with them like dolls, and, I must have like made them kiss or something, and the head fell right off one of them, and I was like, oh no! And now I'm like, oh no, I have to hide this thing. So I run upstairs to the daughter's room, and off of her room was the attic. There, like it was the closet door. The closet then opened into an attic area.
Whoa, that's pretty sweet,
right?
I opened. This house sounds cool.
Yeah. So I opened the door, and there's a lampshade. I remember I like, what do I do with this? And I lifted the lampshade, and I went to put the thing under it to hide it. And as I did that, the sensation went like 100-fold through my whole body. And only way I've been able to describe it was almost like someone put me on like a snowsuit, like in my whole body. And it was so uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, but it was just very uncomfortable. And I was just like, and I ran downstairs. I like shut the door, and I was like, but then I couldn't tell anyone because I had done something wrong.
Oh shit! Of course.
Classic
So
kid
in
thinking.
little kid mind, it's like they will care more about that statue than about how I feel.
Exactly. So I never told anyone for years and years, and I would collect other experiences there, like in the bathroom. I remember there was just like I was in the bath, and I almost couldn't take the bath because it was like someone was right there. It was just so intense. And one time me and my cousins were sleeping in another room, and the baby was one of them was a baby, and we had like twin beds, and then there was a crib, and I heard all this tossing in the crib, and I got up, and the blanket was up over his head, which like, could it have been a ghost? Maybe, but also we don't put blankets in cribs now for babies because of this. So, right. Like, I don't know, but that was like startling to me, and I took the blanket off of him. Anyway, probably like 6 years later or more, I'm a teenager. My grandma has divorced this guy. She's in a new house. And I just had accepted that feeling of that house as grandma's house. Like grandma's house has a certain smell.
Yep.
Grandma's house had a certain feeling for me.
Yep.
So then she's in this new house, and I walk in, this is when it all came together as like, oh, that was odd, because I walked into the new house and I did not have that feeling. And I said to my mom, oh, this house doesn't have that feeling. And she was like, what are you talking about? What feeling? And then I told the whole story of the statue, whatever. And she said that she and my aunt had thought forever, and I never knew this. So the previous wife killed herself in that house. And they believed that she was there, that she was angry about the new family, and that she specifically lived in the attic.
Oh my God, Dre.
Whoa.
Dre,
Yeah.
I have such chills.
I know, I am covered in chills. Oh my God.
You're making all of my
Yeah.
cheek hair grow.
So did they feel like, did they get kind of a similar sensation that you did? Or like they just got that vibe? Of
Yeah, they
like,
just got a vibe. And like, I don't think that they had the whole body experience, but they
Right.
just felt like, oh, something's creepy here. Yeah.
Isn't that nice to hear though? Like, weren't you probably like, hell yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But it wasn't until then that I now had confirmation of what that physical
Right.
sensation was. It was not just grandma's house. It was this
Right.
spirit
How old were
that
you?
when it started, or like
Or
when I realized.
when you realized what it was.
I think I must have been like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, I would think 15, 16. Yeah. I'm guessing because I know she was there for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then with this new information
Oh my God.
and a new assignment in my mind of what that sensation is,
Yeah.
I trust it now.
Oh.
So
And that makes sense that you're like, I don't want to think about it too
Yeah.
much because it scares me, where it's like, oh yeah, because it affects you. Like, it messes with you.
yes, I don't like it. And
Yeah.
there was one time I went to a flea market and I found an old bugle. This is in
For a second there, I thought you meant the food, and I was like, oh, that's so
and I ate it and I got possessed.
I mean, it just really speaks to how powerful bugle marketing is. Because I did too, Betsy. I did too.
Oh, yeah. Just put them on your fingers,
like
man.
a little boy starting a fox hunt bugle.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the metal instrument. And I was like,
Oh, okay.
I was
And
like,
you
this
can't
is
eat
fun.
that?
No, you can try.
Very bad for you.
But I remember I brought it into my apartment here in LA. Now I'm like a full on adult young one. And I like blew it or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the freaking feeling. And I'm like, oh no. And it wasn't just me. Now I have a dog, and it was Archie. And Archie is in dogs, I think, in general. So he loves to be on my bed, suddenly. And I felt it in the room and I was trying to ignore it. And then he would get up on the bed and then be terrified and run away. Never would he do that. And then I was like, what's going on? And I brought him back up on the bed and I was playing with him and trying to distract him. And he like forgot for a minute. And then it was like something must have touched him. And he ran out of the room. And I did not know what I was doing, but I was like, all right, something is here. It came in through the freaking bugle.
You blew it out.
Yes.
So
You blew it out of
now
the
you
bugle.
have
Like
to
a little
suck the
hermit
bugle.
crab.
Yeah, now you have to suck it back in.
And I asked the thing to leave. I said, hey, listen. And I tried to be really diplomatic. I said, listen, I gotta be here. You gotta be here. Maybe you don't even want to be here. It's probably so annoying to you that you're stuck here. But listen, this is my home. This is my sweet little dog. You're scaring my dog. I can't have you scare my dog. So I need you to stop. And whether you just stop or you go away and stop, like, we both got to be in this same plane, I guess, at the same time. But this isn't working for me.
Good for you. And then did it work?
It went away.
Ooh. Ooh, that's awesome.
We always are talking about that you just kind of have to say.
Yeah, that's Marcy's
You
thing.
got to say, look, this is my world here, buddy. This is my house, my rules.
And I tried to be like kind of nice because I was a little scared. Like, is this going to make it worse?
Right.
You know?
You got to play it cool and nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I've had that physical sensation many a time. There was another, I started off by saying I was dating someone whose dad's house was 100% haunted. I was so uncomfortable all the time because of that physical feeling. And I would play with that. What I was saying is like, because that's so uncomfortable and scary to me, I don't want to think about it. But then I also don't want, like, the thing that's happening in my mind that's the sort of conflict is then, but I don't want to then deny it and then have them somehow be stronger or worse to be like, no, I am here,
Whoa. Yeah, like, I am here and you can feel me. I know it.
Like stop trying to deny it. So that's my little dance always in my head of like, how much do I acknowledge this without making it worse? And how much can I ignore without making it worse?
Yeah.
Always just trying not to make it worse.
I just don't want to make it worse. Let's just, whoa.
Well, I think you can feel empowered knowing that you know how to deal with it no matter what.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. I don't always feel empowered. I still feel scared unless it feels like a nice presence. There is like a difference, I think.
Whoa. Yeah.
And even like my dad died and he was turning out light bulbs for a long time. And that was not that situation. I didn't feel the physical feeling, which is interesting. I didn't feel, but he was burning out light bulbs like very intentionally. He did it to my stepmom first. And then I was like jealous. Why is he burning out my light bulbs?
Yeah, burn out some of my bulbs. Come on.
And then I was in my apartment. I lived in Harlem at the time. And I was like annoyed that he wasn't burning out my light bulbs. And then my light bulbs started burning out. But then I was annoyed at at the landlord. I was like, I moved into this place and they put a bunch of old light bulbs in here. This is ridiculous. I didn't get it at first. And then I finally realized what it was. And then he made it really deliberate. And I was like upset about something. I was on the phone with my mom and I was like, this is just something I would have talked to my dad about. And the kitchen light went brighter, dim, out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, with you saying that you didn't have that physical feeling, I wonder if it was because it's like he knew, like, or there's something to it of like you knowing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
the relationship and the closeness makes it not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well,
that's incredible.
Of an interesting way to maybe even view it is if you were in your home and your parents were there, if you heard them moving around, you would be like, they're here, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
If you were in your home and you thought no one was there, because it seems like you were open to your dad coming around.
Yes, I was like, where the heck are you?
Yeah, you were pissed.
Yeah. So if you're in your home alone and you start hearing something, it's scarier than knowing, it could be someone in my family.
Right.
So
That's
I don't know.
A very good point.
I don't know if it lines up perfectly, but that you were open to your dad and just not these other dick ghosts.
Yeah.
It could even be your body, like survival mode, being like, "Oh no, this is a fine one. This is fine." Like, yeah. Wow.
It's interesting, weird stuff.
Do the light bulbs still happen?
No, and that was kind of that was like early after he had passed away, and then nothing happened for such a long time. And then there was this point where I was like, where's my dad? Has he even around? And I remember I went to get like a clairvoyant reading or whatever.
Good.
And I said to the woman, and she's like telling me like, oh, your spirit guides, blah, blah. And I was like, and is my dad one of my spirit guides? And she was like, no.
No.
He's not around.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. And that was kind of sad and blunt, but also did seem like, well, I don't feel like he's around. So
Well, that's gotta make you feel good too, that he's like, okay, everyone's all right. I can go do whatever happens after this.
yeah, she's like, he's got like a laundry list of things to do, and you're fine. I was like, am I?
You're doing fine, so whatever.
That's
All
great.
right.
He knew you were cool. He's like, she's fine. She's all right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
That's really amazing, Dre. I had no idea, one, that you were like clair sentient, and
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is that what that is? I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
I think I got the word right. But and your whole family seems to be as well.
Or they're just, or at least like my mom and my aunt. They ignore it. So I don't really hear them talking about it much. Whereas I am straight up, I'll walk into a place and be like, oh, no.
Yeah, we gotta go.
And I'm not shy of like, which is pretty rude of me, actually. I'll be like, do you know that your house, are you aware you're okay with it? Oh, you don't feel it? I can't stay here.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I'm out of here. I don't want to be here ever again. Okay.
So when you get
Thanks for coming to my party.
when you get that sense, do you like? It sounds like when you were young at your grandmother's house, it felt like an unfriendly feeling. Are you able to say like this one feels more, I don't know, malevolent, or malevolent's not the right word, but like less friendly or more friendly? Like, is there any kind of variation in the feeling or sense that you have?
I haven't really, I don't think I've like experimented too much with it because I don't like it.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
And overall, it's just felt uncomfortable to me. I think also because I don't want it to be. And I don't know if the times I've been uncomfortable have also just happened to be maybe like grumpier spirits who are kind of like territorial.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like in that haunted house of my ex's father, again with the attic, very like, I don't know if an attic is a thing. Like they're
nasty.
this is our area.
It's where all the electricity in the house usually runs through wires in the attic. So if they're getting kind of like any energetic source, I guess that could be it.
A buzz.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there was like a little apartment area up there and like a little bathroom. And for some reason, I don't know, the shower down in the downstairs wasn't working. So they're like, oh, you should just shower up there. And I was like, oh, okay. I just didn't I didn't like it up there because I was already getting a little bit of that feeling. And I was just like, but you got to shower sometimes. So
You gotta shower.
and again, being
sometimes.
this isn't a thing. I'm being too much. I tend to deny it because I don't like it. So then I took the shower. I'm already a little uncomfortable in the shower. I do get that little feeling of like, oh, I'm being watched, which is even worse in a shower.
Oh,
Yes.
God, oh man.
And then I remember I started like talking to myself or talking out loud, being like, this is, I just got to be up here to take a shower. I know you're up here too. Talking to whatever is up there and just like, I'm going to be out of here in a minute. I know this is your area. Shower downstairs isn't working. And I started to walk away. And then all of a sudden I felt like something rush right up behind me. Almost like
Oh God.
to me, that like the energy of it felt like, yeah, this is my space.
In your face.
You know, like,
oh God.
yeah, you should leave.
It felt like me guarding you at a basketball.
Yeah, it felt like you were basketball.
And then later, I like very timidly sort of relayed this information to the family, thinking like, you know, you got to be careful. It's their house, and like I'm going to seem crazy.
Right.
And the sister told me that the youngest child, who is the only one who grew up in that house, used to play upstairs in the attic and would come down and tell them about the man in the top hat.
Oh!
No.
And the man, there was like a man with a top hat and a man with a cigar or something. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed to know. That's the person who bullied me out of the shower.
Whoa.
So there have been all these things, like every time I do feel it, there's always like, if I do ask or inquire, like it is confirmed. No one's ever been like, nothing's ever happened here. You're crazy.
Yeah, every time.
It's normally like, oh, yeah, she killed herself and she lives in the attic. Or like, oh, yeah, they used to play with the man in the top hat. Like, it's always been something.
That is what I find most interesting about us doing this podcast is, you know, we started being like, oh, we'll find people who have ghost stories. But so many people actually have experiences. They just don't always talk about them. So you wouldn't know that they have an experience about this weird thing going on in their home. But a lot of people have this going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the house I grew up in we lived across from a cemetery, which is already just creepy enough. And you become used to that. It doesn't seem creepy after a while. And our house wasn't occupied by spirits in any way, except again, I'm actually putting this together as I talk to you. The attic felt funny, but not too bad. It wasn't too bad, but I didn't like being up there. And we had a bunch of stuff stored, of old stuff. And I always felt a little uncomfortable, and I didn't have a crazy experience up there, like physically or anything. I did have like a little bit of that feeling. I didn't like it. I just limited my time, but nothing ever like really scared me or anything. But I would have occasionally a reoccurring nightmare and it was always like in the attic, and that there were like evil spirits like in a circle sort of thing. And I don't know if that was just my imagination then, like running with the uncomfortable feeling. I have no idea what that was. But like, I would have these dreams that there were, I don't know what you call them, ghost spirits up there, like a having conference. A chat around the fire. Yeah.
Oh, boy. You have so many stories. This is bananas.
I know.
Whoa.
Yeah. And and any like apartment that I've looked at to rent or something.
Yeah. Do you get a vibe?
Yeah. So it's all, there are two requirements: no physical uncomfortable vibe, and it has to have a bathtub.
Both of those are, I agree. And that's going on my list now too.
Do you guys ever get like a physical? Have you experienced that ever? No.
A little bit. It's more for me like anxiety, where like I don't know why, but my anxiety will start to take over. I'm like, something is up.
Interesting.
I don't know what, and I don't know if that has anything to do with a different realm or just me being like, I don't know, man. These people are wild. Like, but then Marcy,
yeah, I've told this many times, but I was PAing on a film. I stand in solidarity with the strike. Yes. But I was PAing on a film when I first moved to LA, and we were filming. You know, when you see a hospital scene being shot, guys, I'm talking to our audience. It's an abandoned hospital a lot of times, right? Like it's a closed hospital. And so we were shooting in an abandoned hospital, and my job was to go find a place where she could set up all day and just have like kind of her running office that was near enough to the shoot, but where she could take phone calls and stuff like that. And there was no electricity in the hospital, it being abandoned. So I was just kind of going with like my phone flashlight, and I get up to the second floor, and I just was like, hit me like a wall, like fuck. And I just ran down the stairs, and I was like, I'm not going up there until all the grips get the electricity up and running. So I was just like, something bad. And then all day we kept like yelling at another PA, not me. The ADs were like, lock it up upstairs. Who is upstairs walking around? And
Ghost.
And he was like, nobody. And then we heard heart monitors, and they're like, where is that coming from? And the grips were like, or the electric was like, there's no electricity that we're not running. It's not coming from somewhere.
Wow. That's crazy. And it's so interesting when it's actually other sounds and things, like able to produce a sound of something existing that doesn't presently exist in the environment.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so crazy.
That whole shoot had so many spooky places. Like once we shot in an abandoned or a since closed, not since closed, it had been closed in the 90s, a boys' reformatory.
Oh, no.
Oh, no way.
And it had been closed due to abuse and neglect. But also, they found, because it had been open since, I want to say the early 1900s, and they found a bunch of children who had been buried. They probably died from the influenza, but they just kind of like just buried them like in a mass grave.
Wow.
So that was spooky. And then we filmed in a fucking cemetery down in South Central LA too. And that was spooky because one night there was a drive-by, but
a different level.
Different levels.
What is this?
It
What
was
show-
Seven
or-
Psychopaths.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it set the tone.
Set the tone.
Right?
Set the tone. But it was very, like, in that way, at least something to keep me interested, to be like, there's ghosts around everywhere.
But did you feel scared, or you just felt like, oh, this is creepy, but I'm okay and I can still do my job? Or were you like, really, was it upsetting? Did it affect your ability?
The very first instance of walking up there and being like, oh my God, was like pure terror. I ran downstairs, and then I was like, I'm just gonna have to wait for other people to get up there and start working with me. That's just what I have to do.
Right.
But I was always going places in the dark because I had to be there at crew call, and crew call is usually like 4:45 or something crazy, you know? So I was always in the dark, like with a big stack of folders and laptops and shit. And so I just had to do it.
Right. Yeah. What are you going to do? Lose your job because of a ghost?
I need that $8 an hour.
Oh my gosh. So scary.
Well,
I never have had anything on a set, which is good.
I mean, if you want to,
I don't know how I would work.
Yeah, but I tell you, crew on studios, it doesn't matter where they are, crew always has ghost stories.
Right. I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever want to, you just got to ask around. They always have stories.
Oh, and that reminds me, you're going to be like, this is too many stories for one person.
This is how it works.
This
Like
is awesome.
once you're open, it's happening, you know?
Well, that just reminded me. So then at one point when I was waiting tables here in LA, like before I had any like real acting jobs, one of the places I worked was the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, which is notoriously haunted.
Yeah.
So there's one room off of the pool area where, and like this did not happen to me, but this is like a fact among the staff. And hopefully they don't get mad at me telling this, but I don't work for them anymore.
They're like, you can't go to, what is the burger place called? 25 degrees.
805
or
what was it?
25 degrees.
I forget, something like that. Yeah. So there's one room off of the pool area, because the pool has the cabanas that you can rent and like the rooms. And there's one room, and one of the people who've worked there forever was telling me this story, because I was trying to like, oh, is there any ghost stories, whatever. And he said that there was one room where they used to try and rent it out, and notoriously every single time whoever was in that room would just leave in the middle of the night, didn't want to talk about it, just left, didn't want their money back, just like get out of there. Like couldn't even discuss.
Whoa.
And then the housekeepers would go to clean the room. And there was one housekeeper who, you know, someone found her like huddled in fetal position in the hallway outside the room, just like so like couldn't. And they were like, what? And she said that when she opened the room, there was blood all over the walls. There was a woman hanging and a man who had shot himself. And then they go to open the door and there's nothing there. She quit. She like couldn't handle it. So then, you know, they have new housekeepers, same thing. Blood all over, woman hanging, man who shot himself. They tried to ignore it for a long time. And then finally they'd be like, okay, these housekeepers are all saying the same thing. We're like losing staff. They addressed it. They brought in like an exorcist person. And apparently, a million years ago, a man had killed, like murdered his wife, hung himself. Oh, I guess she must have been on the floor and he was hanging in that room. And then they did like an exorcism, and apparently he was in the mirrors. So they had to like switch out all the mirrors, and then it was okay. And after that, there was just like a little cheekiness, like housekeeping would come in, clean up the room, make the bed, go into the bathroom, clean up, come out, and the bed was unmade. Just like little things like that. Nothing like crazy again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to look up I couldn't remember exactly. I wanted to make sure I was right. Deborah Baker Jr., she told us about her husband, I believe, working there, or her husband's friend. This is like very early on when we started podcasting, and she told it on the podcast about a room when they opened the doors, there was blood everywhere.
Yeah, that's the room.
That's the room.
Yeah.
If anyone listening visits LA, the Roosevelt one is a beautiful hotel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a fun bar in it.
And I literally would go to that burger place. They had spiked
Very good burger.
milkshakes. And remember the spiked milkshakes?
I never had one, but that sounds delightful.
Oh my gosh.
We went, didn't
I'm sure
we?
I've
Marcy?
got
like you, me, and Jess.
That sounds right, because I love that place. I used to go all the time when I first moved here, but it's a beautiful hotel, and it has so many spooky stories. There's tale that Marilyn Monroe's ghost is there.
Yeah, and so there was another server who, because her room was up on the bridge area where they actually did a little restaurant for a while in front of where the rooms were, because it's like a bigger space. And there was another server who told me, and he'd been there forever, that one time, so he's like right outside her old room. He has a tray with glasses on it. He's talking to a table, and literally as he's standing there, the glass just picked up and threw across the patio.
Whoa.
And like everyone saw it.
Yeah, everybody saw it.
He didn't drop it. It flew. Like someone threw it. Just crazy.
Whoa.
And then my childhood best friend stayed there once for a conference. She stayed in one of the regular rooms upstairs, and she was trying to go to sleep. And she said someone was playing the trumpet so freaking loud, like sounded like right outside her door. And so she calls down to the front desk, like, someone's playing the trumpet. You got to tell me to stop.
Play the trumpet.
And like, I don't know, the trumpet kept going. She's like, this is ridiculous. They're not helping at all. I have to be up at, 6 a.m. I can't sleep at this freaking trumpet. So she opens the door, trumpet stops. No one's there. Shuts the door. Couple minutes later, it's so insane. And that went on for a while. And she was like, I just had a terrible night's sleep because this phantom trumpet was tormenting me. And she would just like open the door and it wasn't there. And so she's like, well,
Whoa.
What am I going to do? And like, no one can do anything.
Right?
So you can't do anything. Just someone who's passed on, who was a jazz trumpeter.
Trumpeteer.
Trumpeteer. I like trumpeteer.
Just was like, no one gets to hear my art anymore.
Whoa, I will force them to hear it.
I was just thinking about that, some people will say that LA has like weird vibes or whatever. I happen to love LA. I just really love the city. I also, we have so many friends here. So what's not to love about like my community from New York following, like being here as well. They were in New York, they came here, we're all here, and then so many lovely LA people. So I'm not one of those LA haters, but it does have a lot of ghosts here that I mean, living in New York, I thought I would experience a lot. I did not. Here I've experienced a lot, but I think it's everyone wants attention here. And I think that's part of it.
Absolutely.
It's all these actors and musicians who like feel like they never really got their time in the spotlight. So now they're like, hey,
Yeah. What about
Also,
now?
like our unhoused population, a lot of them are not from California, but it's because this is an easier place to live climate-wise if you're going to live outdoors.
Yeah.
And I think for a ghost, this is an easier place to live. There are people who are so into the like woo-woo, oogie-boogie stuff that like, of course, if you live here or if you stick around here, yes, you're going to get some attention.
Yeah. Whereas in New York, they're like, that's not fucking real. Get out of here.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I just got to keep walking.
Yeah.
Where are you walking to? I don't know. Just keep walking.
Walk in here.
Keep walking.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
This has been a jam-packed story session.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
I know. I messaged you like, I have a few creepy things.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, because it's so hard for us to know, like, who do we ask? Like, I kind of talk about it all the time, so people sort of will tell me a story,
Yeah.
but I never knew this, Dre. This is amazing. We've known each other truly.
Me neither.
We've known it probably 14, 15 years, so it's so funny. I've never heard any of these.
It just hasn't always come up.
It should always come up.
I know. It's the best things.
If you have another story, tell it, please. Or we can listen to a listener story right now.
Well, I only have one more story.
All right, let's do this.
Yes.
But it's a weird one. It's a hybrid. This experience, the person was not, I know it, I'll just tell you. So I said I lived across from the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when you live across from the cemetery, over time, you find it normal to go sledding in the cemetery. You play hide and seek in the cemetery, go running in the cemetery. It's, we're all here together.
It's a park.
It's a park.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel disrespectful because it's so normal. I can understand how if you didn't live across from it, you could be like, oh, how disrespectful those kids sledding on I get that. But anyway, I was a teenager and I grew up in the Poconos. So it's run is a full up climb. Like there's no flat ground. Right. It's so physically strenuous. So sometimes I'd be like, I don't have the time. I'm not in the mood to climb uphill right now.
Right.
So I occasionally, for just like a jog, would just run in the cemetery because it was flat and it had a main road and then these side loops that all came back to the main road. Like if you picture a dragonfly, like the body of the dragonfly is the main road, and then the wings go out and come back, go out and come back. So that would be the outer roads. And then there were the plots of land in between there with the graves. So, you know, one thing growing up in the Poconos and running through mountainous terrain where you're in the middle of nowhere, there are no sidewalks, and should something happen to you, it would be really far to get home with no one around. And, you know, me being an older millennial, before cell phones.
Yes.
So you don't have anything. Right. So I, being a very hypervigilant child always, whenever I was running, I would always be plotting my escape should some psycho attack me. And I would try not to run the same routes, but it's kind of impossible after a while. I tried not to run at the same times. I'm a teenage girl in the woods running. Yeah. Like
classic horror. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, as I'm running, I would always be like, okay, so if like a car came right now and some guy jumped out and tried to grab me, I'd cut through those woods. Like I was always thinking that way. Yeah. So then
terrible world we live in.
You know, and spoiler alert, I'm alive. Didn't get murdered.
Wait, you're not a ghost.
I am a ghost.
That's why it's better to be
the ultimate episode.
It's better to be over prepared, though, just in case.
It is.
You never know.
It is.
So I'm running in the cemetery, and I suddenly hear this car pull up, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. What's that car doing? I'm like running up the center, and I hear this car just in my peripheral. I see it a little in my peripheral vision. I hear it a little in my, I don't know, peripheral hearing. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So I'm running along, and I had just come to the top of the main road, and I'm going to go into one of the outer loops of road. And the car comes pulling up very slowly, and I hear the electrical window go down. And I like slow down a little. I'm like, is this person going to ask me something? Like, where's the mausoleum? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything. So then I just keep running. But then my considerate self goes like, what if it was, you know, what if they did ask me something, I just didn't hear it, and now I've ignored them and I'm running away. Yeah. So I'm like, so I go back and I say something like, excuse me, what? Like, you know, oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
The person in the car, I can't fully find the words, but it's as if this person were possessed. And they like robotically shot their head at me with a soul piercing stare that was so fucking scary, and did not say a thing. And I immediately had chills through my whole body, and I was like, fuck. And I took off running down one of the side loop roads, because this car is on the main road. And mind you, the main road is the only way out. And I am going just like a classic woman in a horror movie. It's like I'm running upstairs, right? It's like the murderer is coming and she's running upstairs. Why are you doing that? That's not the way out. So I'm like running on the outer loop, and the freaking car starts following.
No.
And immediately I click into finally, I'm like, this is the real world experience.
This is happening.
It's happening now. What do I do? And I had always thought, because I was ready to be attacked, I would run through the graves, because the car can't run through the graves.
Car can't drive there.
So I start running through the graves, and the car cuts around and comes back down the main road and is going side by side with me as I run through the graves, trying to get out to the main door. And I'm like, fuck. And then I like, there's like 3 plots of these sections of graves. I'm running straight down them, and I'm in the last one. And there's a grave that had these two beautiful trees on both sides. So I stop and the car stops. And it's just waiting. And I'm watching and I'm like hiding behind this tree. And I like go to run a little and the car starts again. So then I stop and I'm like hiding behind another grave. I'm like, this person is fucking insane. What are they going to do? They're going to run me over with their car? Why? Because I'm running in the cemetery? Like, what is happening? So then I can see the front gate, the only exit. There was a big iron it's like an old cemetery, like big iron fences, like not something you could hop. I can't hop a regular fence, let's be real. But definitely couldn't hop this one either. So I'm like, all right, I had to just make a game time decision. I was like, I'm going to have to sprint for my dear life and just see if I can make it faster than the car across and my house is right across the street. So I like gather up everything I have. I sprint for dear life. The car starts coming after me and I just run into the road. I don't look both ways and I run up into my house and I shut the door and that car sat outside of my house for like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
And listen, in reality, when I look back, like, of course I'm not faster than a car. This person was fucking with me.
Yes.
Like they could have mowed me over if they wanted to. This person was like, didn't like what I was doing, but also was just a level of creepy and deranged.
Absolutely.
That I've never experienced ever again in life.
Thank God.
Oh.
And I mean,
that is so fucking
I don't know. I guess
scary.
he just wanted to teach me a lesson. I don't think I ever ran in the cemetery again.
It feels like, I think you're right though, of just this like messed up person wanting to just fuck with people.
Yeah, or they thought it was very rude that I was running in the cemetery.
I'm sorry.
Thought that like I needed to learn a lesson.
That is a fucking serial killer who was visiting a grave of one of his victims and he was looking for another.
Marcy, you nailed it.
And I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I was like, here's where I live.
Fuck, of course. But also like
why didn't I just like run in between the houses and go behind so this person doesn't have confirmation of
because
my
you wanted to put something in between you and danger. It makes perfect sense. Was anyone home or were you just like inside alone sitting duck?
I think my great grandma was probably home. I don't really remember. She must have been
and
because
she's great with a gun.
No, I mean definitely my mom wasn't home, but and this is just like my family in a nutshell. I remember then I was like, oh my God, I tell the story and I remember just getting a sort of like, probably didn't want you to run in the cemetery. Just like a dismissal.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Didn't want you running in the cemetery. Okay.
It's so funny.
Didn't care. Like, you're here, aren't you? You're in one piece.
Oh my gosh, that's so
my
mom would have called so many detectives over. Like truly, once my phone got stolen from because I in high school did have a phone, but it stayed in my car for emergencies.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had an emergency one later.
Yeah.
Like where my parents are like, don't mess with it. And
I would never use it though. And so I just forgot about it and I drove someone home and I guess they stole it. I didn't even realize it was gone for weeks. And my mom literally got a detective off duty and she just paid him off duty to be like, figure it out. And we did.
Did the person stole it?
Yeah, they spent like $800 in like, or racked up that much bills calling, like, because it was back in the day when you still had to call long distance. So.
Right.
Marilyn is vigilant. She's not
I
letting
needed your mom in like first grade when... I don't think it's nice for me to say the name. I almost said the person's name, but there was a girl in school who accused me of stealing her textbook. And her mom came to the lunch line, came up in my face and threatened me saying, you stole my daughter's textbook. But I peed my pants a little because I was so scared.
Oh, no.
Let me
And
tell you.
she had just lost her textbook.
No.
Of course.
You know who would have handled that? My aunt, who was the vice principal of the high school. She would have called that mother to come to her office, and she would have scared.
She would have made that mom piss her pants.
Let me tell you, Aunt Fran, she was a quite serious and intimidating woman. So she would have. She was 6 foot tall.
But I also didn't tell anyone. I don't know what's with me and just not. I was like, that's a normal, acceptable thing, and this adult is right. And I guess I
think that's a big thing. Is I feel we were taught like adults are correct. Yeah. Even when you're like, but this seems crazy. Like, no way this is okay. But it's like, well, they're the adult. I guess I don't say anything. It's weird.
Yeah, like I knew that she was wrong. I knew I didn't steal the textbook. And I knew that little girl was just mean and a brat. But I was like, yeah, her behavior. I was like, this is an adult. I guess this is a correct behavior.
Yeah.
You know what? In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have said anything either. But if I had, I know I would have had a full posse backing me up.
But I hope that, like, if something happens like that to my daughter now, I hope she tells me.
I think. I
think you just gotta like instill that early. I know.
I'm trying.
Like, I watch the Kardashians a lot, and Kourtney's kids are always telling on adults.
Good.
It's great.
Good. Let them have it.
They like to watch their mom confront the adult. That was on an episode. And so she's like, gosh. Well, Rain just really likes when he sees that I'm supporting him by confronting people. And Kim was like, you cannot yell at my nanny.
Oh my God.
It's very funny. That was a very, very scary story. Oh my God.
So scary.
I haven't really had anything since, thank goodness. I feel like I got them all in early. And then life was like, that's enough for you.
Yeah, you did good. You handled it right. We're done.
No more scaries. Could I play a listener story for you?
Yeah.
All right, I know we're wrapping up soon, but I'm going to pull one right up. Okay.
This has been
incredible.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. Love you and love the show. I was just listening to a recent episode where someone had been telling a story about a psychic. So I just thought I would shoot you an email with kind of my experiences. A few years ago, I lost my fiance. So I probably have spent way too much money seeing terrible psychics and mediums. And some of them have been incredible and some of them have been really bad. But, when you lose someone really close to you, you just kind of are continuing to look for that connection, I guess. Anyway, the first one I went to was at a fair, and it was all just in fun, and I wasn't expecting anything out of it. And this woman got almost everything wrong. So wrong. But the one thing she did mention to me was that I need to eat more fiber and keep an eye on my constipation, which has been an ongoing issue my entire life. So I'm not quite sure how she managed to nail that one piece of information, but she did. She got that one right. So anyway, due to the constipation, I'm unable to shit my pants. But yeah, just thought I would share that with you. Anyway, thanks. Bye.
Oh my God, that is so funny. That's the whole story, but that is so funny.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
That is really specific.
That is so funny. A psychic was like, yeah, you really need to work on it.
I'm getting a backed up energy.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And to immediately be like, whoa, yep, that's been an issue with me.
It's like, you have a lot of toxic, she's like, energy, and she's like, no, waste.
No.
Your body.
It made me think that like the lady just at the very lower part of her body, the listener just had like a big mound where she's like, I can tell what that is. That's like, it wasn't the belly, it was the very lower. It's like, you are constipated.
Whoa. Well, I hope you're not constipated
Oh my
anymore.
gosh.
You know what? I hope you're shitting your pants all the time.
Yeah. You know what I used to do when I felt a little backed up, and I don't know if she wants to try this, but I would get like romaine, you know, like the whole head of it, and I would make a salad. I would eat the whole head of romaine and a ton of water in the day, obviously, but eat that whole head of romaine like as a bedtime snack. Make sure you've had enough water. That's key. But something about the romaine, I think, because it's got a lot of water, but it's also got a lot of roughage. And the next morning, have a nice steaming coffee.
I thought you were going to say something else. Great. Yeah.
And
I did too. I was like, all right, you go for it.
No, and hopefully, I don't know. That's been one of the things that works for me. I know people like warm, I'm sure she's heard all of this, like hot water with lemon in the morning. Oh, I can't stand it. So I
don't like
I need my water freezing cold, and I need my coffee burning hot. I don't like anything in between, and I don't like them switched. I hate iced coffee, and I hate hot water. Tea is disgusting.
Okay.
Hot water with lemon, get out of here.
That I'm with you on. I don't like drinking hot water.
No.
Like it reminds me of drinking the bath water, which then gives you diarrhea.
Gross. Well,
right?
You guys don't drain your tub through your
You
mouth?
guys didn't drink your bath water to get diarrhea?
You know, Betsy, you know that you just hit the drain and the water can go out that way.
You don't have to spit it in the toilet. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to.
That's not the Sidaro way. That's not the Sidaro
You don't
way.
have to get several straws and drain it yourself.
It's so
Yes, you do.
It's so funny. Every now and then, a big just anomaly is revealed. Like someone drinking. I've never heard of that.
Well, little
I
kids.
didn't drink a lot. I was little.
Little kids.
I didn't drink a lot, and I remember being like, "Oh God, I have diarrhea," and my mom's like, "Yeah, because you drank the bath water."
That doesn't sound right to me, though. I guess unless you,
I don't know. I could have been diarrhea and for many reasons.
I guess I don't know. I always drink out of the faucet, but that's so funny.
Like a cat.
Yeah, I'm a kitty cat. Oh my God, Dre, this has been so much fun. I cannot believe how many great stories you have, and
oh my God,
how much advice you have about constipation. You are the perfect guest.
That is huge. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, I hope it works.
Big head of romaine lettuce.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's crunchy. Gets
Also,
you going.
Might I suggest, guys, a bidet? Because sometimes when you just feel like, oh no, I can't get past this one invisible wall, it can help a little bit.
Oh.
I mean, kind of enema style, right?
Now, maybe that's bad for you too. I don't know. Don't tell me.
And a squatty potty.
Idea.
Squatty pot. I got it all, guys. Well, Dre, tell people where they can find you if you aside from in a cemetery running.
Yeah, on Instagram, it's at Dre Andre, and both of those things have two E's. So DREEANDREE, and on Twitter. But you know what? I'm not really, I'm on Twitter, but I'm not. You can find me.
Yeah.
I'm probably not tweeting.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
You find me. I
might like your tweets. And again, I tweet, I'm bad at this or something. And no one likes it. And I don't log in for another 7 months.
That's how it goes, I think, with Twitter. This has been so much fun, Dre. Thank you
This has been
so
great.
much for being a guest.
Thank you guys. What a fun first podcast back. I was like, yeah, this is I've got things to say in this realm.
And boy,
Incredible
did you.
things. Woo.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
An impressive amount of stories from Andree Vermeulen.
Whoa.
Truly.
Yeah, I meant to tell her she should totally tell that car story on like radio rentals.
Yes.
You remember that spooky show?
Yes.
It really felt like such a good one of those.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's
scary, awful.
total serial killer, I believe.
I think you're absolutely right. Serial killer going to the grave of one of their victims.
Nasty. I mean, I love that it started out ghosty and then ended up true crime.
Yeah, what a ride.
Yeah, we're hitting all the highlights.
Everything we love.
So we're going to read some listener stories, but we're actually doing a continuation from a story. There was a long email, so we broke it up. So we're going to finish out this email from Elias. So I'm going to read the first one, Betsy. You ready?
Okay, fantastic. Yes.
This one is entitled Barracks. I was stationed on, and I don't know how to pronounce this. Maybe it's just MCAS Miramar. MCAS. It was stationed on MCAS Miramar in San Diego, and being a lower ranking Marine, E5 and below, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Sounds official and
Yeah.
Marine-y. Being a lower ranking Marine, E5 and below, I lived in the barracks. The barracks were always creepy because they were old. A lot of lives have come and gone through them in more ways than one. Needless to say, by the time my ass is up in these barracks, they existed for a while. Well, this particular night, having just got back from deployment, I had been drinking, but I hadn't had any booze in such a long time that I was a lightweight and cut the night short before I got messy. Good on you.
Smart.
Anyway, cut to me in my barracks room, getting ready for bed and making sure everything is where it should be. These barracks rooms were small. There was a twin bed, a closet, and a stationary desk. And with the stationary desk, I am always sure to make sure the chair is pushed in and out of the way in case, I got to pee in the night and don't trip. Yes. Well, anyway, again, I got to sleep and suddenly, although I'm not sure how sudden, I feel this weight on me and I can't breathe. I feel like I'm gasping when I open my eyes, there is someone sitting at the desk with the chair pulled out facing me.
Ew.
And as I said, these are small rooms. So with that chair facing me now, who or whatever was in that seat was close enough to put their hand on my leg while I was laying on the bed. So it's not like it was across the room. And the eyes, red but blank.
Oh.
The color red. And the eyes were red but blank and just kept staring ahead. Oh.
What?
I almost felt like I was intruding. Like I knew he was there, but he may be unaware of me. And while he stared, he whispered, whispering and whispering and whispering. All while I struggled to breathe, scared shitless. But as the time slowly crept by, I slowly made out what he was saying, which was, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
No.
And then it felt...
But yeah.
I know. And then it felt like he saw me, like my presence was finally acknowledged, and it angered him that I was there. Then in an instant, I sprang up from my bed as I'd been actively pushing my body up during it all. But whatever was holding me down had released me, leaving me gasping for air. I slowly made my way to the nearest light switch and flipped it on. I wanted to push it off as a bad dream, but I knew it wasn't. And to make it worse, my desk chair was pulled out and left in the same position as it had been during my quote-unquote dream. I didn't sleep that night and ended up going to the PX and getting 2 40s and drinking in my car, parked, of course, outside of my barracks for the rest of the night. I deployed again not long after, so I didn't spend much time in there, and I guess I'm thankful for that. Oh, I don't know who or what it was, but I feel as though I'd seen a suicide playing out, or someone realizing they succeeded. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I just can't stop saying, oh my God.
I can't. Oh my God. Red eyes. What? Oh my. It's so scary. Oh, that's so scary. I am dead. Oh my goodness. I would have slept in my car for the rest of the time I was there.
Oh my, that is, and it does make, I mean, one, thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you so much.
And I mean, I feel like the idea of it being a soldier with, demons who came back.
Yes, of course.
Not demons like demons, but like with their own personal, things to deal with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. It's one of the saddest parts of taking young men away to make them go fight a war.
Right.
Is that they come back, change forever, and sometimes don't come back at all. And that's so. And I could imagine it being angry and
yes,
the spirit being like angry and confused and that's so fucked up.
There's so much to, yes, it's so sad. Yeah, and it's so sad.
And so scary.
And so scary. Oh.
Also, this is why you got to keep drinking so you have your stamina.
Yeah.
You like have to keep
pass out, man. Pass out. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Also, you have to keep your like ability to hold it. You gotta,
Yeah.
So you stay out with your friends until you pass out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Then you don't have to deal with this shit.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why, guys. This is why it's good to drink, so you don't have to deal with reality around you.
Woo! I got some more.
Okay, the last one from our friends.
And this is more whispers. Damn it.
God. Okay.
More whispers.
Oh,
okay. No. This is at my grandparents' house, which is now my mom's house at this point. One night while asleep, I'm woken up by someone whispering directly in my ear, "Wake up!" in a way that caused me to wake up in full awareness. There was no denying someone spoke to me, but who? I was alone in the middle of the night, or early morning, I guess. It's always in these instances where the immediate silence afterward is just as or is more scary than hearing voices in the dark.
Yes.
It's the moment where you question your sanity, and once you've rationalized you're not crazy, you wonder what's in the dark. If you're not crazy, then what in the fuck actually is it? LOL.
Yeah.
This voice was that of an older woman, which is creepy in its own right, but the voice wasn't scary. It sounded earnest, though. They wanted me to know something, not make me ruin my sheets. However, I didn't know that, and as you can imagine, I wasn't about to get out of my bed. But then I heard whispers. Oh, no. Okay. So I follow the whispers, which would go quiet once I've reached the room where I heard the whisper. I'd follow it out my room into the hallway where I heard it, but then I heard it in the living room, and once I was in the living room, I heard it in the kitchen. Eventually, the whispers would lead me to the back door and silence. I opened the back door and nothing. I close it, and as soon as I did, there's a loud banging that on my niece's door, which is at the end of the hallway where the whispers started.
Oh my God.
I run over there, not really thinking ghost and more intruder. Both my nieces were up, and my sister ended up waking up as well, and we stayed up for the rest of the night. My niece said that she regularly hears the same kind of whispers, but We're not sure who or what. The initial reaction was obviously shock and fear, but whatever it is that's at my mom's house doesn't seem to be hateful. In fact, the sudden pounding on the door reminded me of my grandpa, who would pound on doors just to scare the shit out of you so he could laugh. You're in the bathroom, bam, bam, bam. You're hanging out in your room, bam, bam, bam. And then you go out and see him hiding around the corner, his own way of saying he loves you. That's so funny and cute. I'm not saying it was my grandpa, but I will say that he did pass in that house. Sometimes I think maybe the banging was my grandpa protecting my nieces from whoever is whispering in our ears.
Oh my God.
Either way, both still occur at my mom's house, but there's less fear attached with the banging because the banging usually stops the whispers.
I got chills.
Thank you so much for all that you guys do in the pod. I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe and spooky out there. Funny face with sunglasses, fingers pointing.
Pointing up and out.
Wow.
Oh my God. When they said that the banging stops the whispers, that fucking gave me chills. Yes.
Dude, seriously.
Like, keep it down. Keep it down.
Hey, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave her
Let them
alone.
Sleep.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. Yeah. Grandpa. Taking care of business.
I can't believe. So we have Andree with all the stories, and now our friend writing in with so many stories.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just have so many stories.
Right. It's incredible.
I don't like
Thank you so much for sending them
Yeah.
in. Keep them coming.
Yes, I don't like whispering ghosts, but I do like when you guys write to us. So thank you so much.
Yes. Same.
This has been great.
This has been awesome.
You guys have a spooky life.
Perfect. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.